Rumor has it that a vicious feud is brewing between Kim Kardashian and Beyonce, with Kim allegedly pulling strings behind the scenes to sabotage 12-year-old Blue Ivy's career, all to propel her own daughter North West to stardom. Whispers have circulated for quite some time now, suggesting that Kim has been secretly pitting North against Beyonce's offspring, especially after Blue made history as the youngest Grammy winner and shared the stage with her mother during the Renaissance tour. However, recent events seem to lend credence to these speculations, as Kim appears to be growing increasingly desperate, sparing no expense to position North as Blue's direct competitor. The drama escalated a few days ago when a startling revelation came to light. Kim had covertly paid off a slew of casting directors to secure the role of young Simba in the live concert film adaptation of The Lion King for her daughter North. This move sparked outrage, as many felt that North lacked the talent and qualifications to be cast in such a prestigious role, and that her selection was solely due to her famous lineage. North's vocal performance on stage left much to be desired, making it abundantly clear that she was ill-prepared for such a demanding role. Initially, some dismissed the criticism as mere hate, but the mother of one of the children who had auditioned for the same role took to TikTok to expose Kim's manipulative tactics. In a revealing video, the woman recounted the audition day, where she and her daughter, along with other talented hopefuls, had spent weeks preparing and enduring multiple screen tests, only to have their dreams shattered when Kim and North sauntered in. After a brief exchange between Kim and the casting directors, the role was handed to North without any audition process, and the other children were unceremoniously sent home, their hard work and dedication rendered meaningless.
Extremely talented and gorgeous daughter auditioned for the role of Simba in this production of The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. We were so excited for her to get this audition. She's been on Broadway 4 times already and has had parts in TV film, so we felt she had the perfect experience for this role. Her agent sent her up the audition, and she made it through 4 rounds of callbacks, and the final round was with 3 girls, and my daughter was one of them. But while we were waiting in the audition room with one other girl and her mother, someone walked in. It was Kim Kardashian with North West. We had heard that there was someone that was in the industry that was pulling strings to get their daughter in front of the casting director. We found out it was North West on that final audition, and we were so disappointed. We had heard that they wanted to cast a talented kid with some good experience, but one that doesn't have a name, because they wanted to uplift a smaller voice in the community. And we thought my daughter was that person. But Kim Kardashian allegedly paid her daughter to be in this production, and her daughter does not have the experience for this role, as you could see. It is extremely disappointed, and Mr. Hollywood, I hope you learned your lesson to not cast a Nepo baby over talent.
The timing of these events raises eyebrows and fuels speculation. Just a week before the announcement that North had secured the role of young Simba in the live concert film adaptation of The Lion King, news broke that Blue Ivy had landed a coveted voice acting part in the upcoming prequel to the iconic film. Doesn't this sequence of events seem more than a mere coincidence? Many believe Kim's decision to pay top dollar to buy North's way into the Lion King concert film role was a calculated move, executed swiftly on the heels of Blue's casting news in a desperate attempt to position North as a direct rival to the younger Blue Ivy. This alleged scheme appears to be a one-sided pursuit, as reports suggest North herself has shown little to no interest in these performance endeavors. An industry insider, privy to the behind-the-scenes machinations, has spilled the proverbial tea, making a scathing accusation against Kim. According to this unnamed source, an illiterate reality star has been taking underhanded jabs at the children of 2 renowned A-list celebrities, delusionally believing her own offspring to be more talented and destined for greater success. While the language used is harsh, it's hardly surprising coming from the notoriously cutthroat world of reality television families. Let's be honest, we all know Kim Kardashian is capable of going to extraordinary lengths to remain relevant in the public eye, but many argue that this alleged ploy to undermine Blue Ivy's burgeoning career is a new low, even for someone with her track record of courting controversy. However, this isn't the first time Kim has been accused of attempting to one-up Beyonce by using North as a pawn in her game of perpetual one-upmanship. Reports suggest Kim initially tried to ingratiate herself into Beyonce's inner circle, seeking to become her best friend, but the Queen Bey made it abundantly clear she had no interest in fostering such a close relationship with the reality star, and in fact, didn't particularly care for her. The tension between the two families escalated when Beyonce and Jay-Z famously skipped out on attending Kanye West and Kim's wedding at the last minute, despite being invited as close friends of Kanye. This snub did not sit well with the newlyweds, and Kanye himself later expressed his disappointment in an interview with Charlemagne Tha God, stating, "If it's family, you're not going to miss a wedding. I got to state my truth." The rift deepened to such an extent that Kanye went on a notorious onstage rant during a 2016 show in Sacramento, lashing out at Jay-Z and Beyonce, accusing them of being horrible friends who had been actively working to sabotage his career ever since their fallout. Jay-Z later clapped back at the accusations on his and Beyonce's 2018 joint album, Everything Is Love, explicitly citing the reason for their absence from Kim and Kanye's nuptials, the ongoing beef between their wives. In his lyrics, Jay rapped, "I ain't going to nobody nothing when they and my wife beefin'. I don't care if the house on fire, I ain't leaving. Take care of my kids after he done grieving. If y'all don't understand that, we ain't meant to be friends anyway." These scathing lyrics laid bare the deep-seated animosity between the two power couples, stemming from the unresolved tensions between Kim and Beyonce themselves. Jay-Z's cutting lyrics made it crystal clear. The deep rift between Kim and Beyonce had become an insurmountable chasm, rendering any hopes of a genuine friendship between the two families futile. "If y'all don't understand that, we ain't meant to be friends anyway," he rapped, solidifying the notion that the Carters wanted no part of the Kardashian clan's antics. For years, the public remained oblivious to Kim's alleged motives of using her daughter North as a pawn to exact revenge on Beyonce. That is, until last year's Renaissance tour, when Beyonce brought out the talented Blue Ivy to perform alongside her, garnering widespread acclaim and accolades for the young star in the making. It was around this time that Kim's actions took a telling turn. Seemingly threatened by Blue's meteoric rise, the next thing the world witnessed was Kim launching a barrage of TikTok vlogs featuring North in what many perceived as a transparent ploy to thrust her daughter into the limelight and position her as a rival to the rapidly ascending Blue Ivy. The message was clear as day to anyone paying attention. Kim was not willing to cede the spotlight to Beyonce's progeny without a fight. However, the public was not buying into Kim's blatant attempts at manufacturing hype around North. After all, Kim's efforts to infiltrate Beyonce's inner circle had failed spectacularly, as had any delusional notions of matching the iconic singer's level of talent and cultural impact. Now, it seemed, Kim had resorted to grooming North as her not-so-secret weapon in her ongoing battle against the Carters. As is often the case with such salacious celebrity sagas, public opinion was divided. Some ardent supporters of Beyonce saw right through Kim's gambit, with one individual asserting, "Kim is clearly pushing North to compete with Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy is the next heir after Beyonce and will undoubtedly be successful, while North will likely be cast into the socialite lane, just like her mother and aunties." Kim desperately wants to rid herself and her sisters of the non-talented narrative that plagues them, and she's shamelessly using North to do it. This commenter went on to lament, "Kim literally humiliated North by pushing her into that Lion King role, for which she was woefully unprepared, and it's only going to get worse from here. Both girls are beautiful, but Beyonce is allowing Blue to earn her place through hard work and dedication, not by buying opportunities like Kim did for North. Blue had to practice singing and dancing for that tour, while North had no such preparation, and it showed. Kim needs to stop this madness." Others, however, took a more sympathetic stance, acknowledging that North was ultimately an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire of her mother's alleged machinations. As one person remarked, "North is just a kid, so I won't be too harsh on her. It's not her fault, but Kim should be ashamed of herself for taking roles away from children who actually deserved them and had put in the hard work, all because she was able to pay off the right people." This Lion King role clearly wasn't a strength for North, and her lack of preparation was evident. Kim needs to stop exploiting her daughter like this. With public discourse around this juicy feud showing no signs of abating, the question now becomes, what are your thoughts on the matter? Do you believe Kim is genuinely using North as a pawn in her quest to compete with Blue Ivy and the Carter dynasty? Is her alleged behavior of paying for opportunities and creating forced media narratives around North merely a desperate attempt to shed the non-talented stigma that plagues her family? Share your perspectives in the comments below. And for those seeking even more tantalizing celebrity drama, be sure to check out this other explosive video exposing some messy behind-the-scenes scandals. The tea, as they say, is piping hot and ready to be spilled. And